Welcome back, horror family. 13 is a significant number throughout various cultures dating back to the ancient world. Seen by some as a symbol of great fortune or as a birthright, such as in the Jewish religion, the age at which a boy or girl matures and receives their bar or bat mitzvah, becoming a full member of the Jewish faith. In Wicca, most covens hold 13 members, and in the Catholic devotion, it is associated with Saint Anthony of Padua, the patron saint of lost things. Then why is there such a negative and sinister credence given to the number 13, not only in the Western Hemisphere, but throughout the world? There are many examples of negative superstitious beliefs to avoid the number 13. For instance, the Mayan calendar's 13th Baktun was feared as the bringer of the apocalypse, and incorrectly omitted, with many conspiring to believe that the Mayans predicted the end of the world in 2012. In Iranian culture, the 13th day of the year is considered a day when evil's power is the strongest on earth, and citizens leave highly populated areas for one day, heading to the countryside to avoid any unwanted problems, a tradition still practiced to this day. The fear of the number 13 is called Triskaidekaphobia, Greek meaning 3 and 10, not to be confused with fear for Friday the 13th, called Triskaidekaphobia. Many famous individuals have held this fear as a deep-rooted phobia, such as FDR, Herbert Hoover, Mark Twain, and to this day the infamous horror master Stephen King. The term was coined in 1910 by Isidore Coriat, an American psychiatrist and neurologist, in his book Abnormal Psychology. The ominous character of 13 has deep roots. There are many theories as to why this number has become such a harbinger of bad omens in popular culture. Many can be considered very coincidental, and others do have an uncanny design. Cultures based upon lunar calendars have 12 months. There are approximately 12.41 lunations, lunar moons equivalent to 29.5 days, in calendars following a syndonic month. And there's often a leap month, a smaller 13th month, seen as an unfavorable sign. The Judas theory states that unlucky 13 is attributed to Judas the disciple, who betrayed Jesus, and was the 13th apostle to sit at the Last Supper, though there is no evidence in accordance to the Bible that support what order each sat. One of the earliest myths concerning unlucky 13 is the Coda of Hammurabi from 1754 BC in ancient Mesopotamia, a stone stela with 282 laws written on it. It is said that the number 13 is omitted from the numerical order of the laws, similar to how some buildings jump from floor 12 to 14. There is some argument against this belief, since many write that the original code has no numeration, but others refute this interpretation. In modern history, there are events that elevate the alarm to number 13. The Apollo 13 oxygen tank explosion, Australian brushfire that killed 36 people on January 13, 1939, Blitz attacks of World War II when the Nazis dropped 5 bombs on Buckingham Palace on September 13, 1940, the Andes plane crash with the rugby team inspiring the book and movie Alive, and one of the oldest, on Friday 13th, October 1307, King Philip IV of France ordered the arrest of the Knights Templar, an event that legend tells most of the knights were tortured and killed. Could these incidences all be illusory and irrational, playing into humans' impressionability to superstition and mythology, looking for bad omens and prophecy in occurrences with minute correlating factor? Or does the number 13 hold a spiritual connection to our beings as a whole, our primordial wariness to keep this suggestive number at arm's length for protection of self? Whether you are a believer or not, 13 is unavoidable. There are horror movies based on the concept, events derived around tempting the ire of the date, and traditions built into modern society to avoid any danger this integer may carry with it. What are your thoughts on the number 13? Do you avoid any fate-tempting events to ward off forthcoming evil? Or like me, do you watch every horror movie imaginable and savor the wicked aura that comes with it? Comment in the section below, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Stay scared.